Okay, Cancer, what's in store for Cancer for the month of February? What are the energies around Cancerians, and how can they best utilize those energies to create the best possible outcome for the month of February? So Cancer. Again, this isn't a specific reading for love relationships or for career or anything. It's just reading the energies that are around you at the moment, and because they're general energies, you can apply them to most areas of your life. You'll know if they resonate, you'll just feel it, and if they do, that's wonderful. And do take the advice. If the reading does resonate with you, take the advice, because that's the most important card in the spread, the advice card, and how to move forward in the best possible way. If this reading doesn't resonate with your sun sign, then try your moon sign or your rising. So Cancer, what are the energies around Cancer for the month of February? How can they best utilize those energies to create the best possible outcome for the month of February 2016? All right. I'll just check what's on underneath here. Okay. So there's a lot of movement around you, Cancer. A lot of things happening. A lot of things to do. But I feel like for the month of February, you're coming actually into February with some sort of stress or grief. Something's bugging you. Something's really weighing on your heart or has hurt your heart. There might have been some sort of loss or stress, and it could very well be financial stress. The stress financially is weighing on you, but it also could be a relationship that hasn't quite taken off, or a relationship in its infancy and it hasn't really evolved to anything at this point. But definitely a sense of stress coming into February. It's interesting, your advice card being the Five of Cups is also mentioning a sense of loss or disappointment or disillusionment. But the advice is to not turn your back on it, or don't turn your back completely on it. There's still something to be salvaged from the situation. And it's really up to you how you deal with it. What you're really missing in life is something new, some sort of... I think it's stability, whether it's in a relationship or financial. I think you're really looking for stability, a financial solid stability. You're hoping that something will be offered to you, and it hasn't been yet. The reason why it hasn't been, maybe there's been issues from the past that you haven't dealt with adequately. There's some healing that needs to occur regarding past issues that you probably are still dealing with now. I mean, the Three of Swords is quite clearly grief in the present, but the Six of Swords is also, the Six of Cups is telling you there's also karmic issues from the past that you haven't dealt with, and that's why you are in the situation right now. So there's things that you need to work through, but there's momentum and movement. I don't feel like you're stagnant. I feel like there's still things happening. There's still a lot of energy happening this month, for the month of February. So yeah, past issues that still need to be resolved in order for you to have this new start that you're after. This new start that has stability, that has reliability, dependability, financial strength and growth as well. How you achieve that, is by not always looking at the negatives. And here's your 3. I just got a very clear message. 3. You have 3 cups spilled. You have 3 swords in the heart. you're focusing too much, and I think it's you are focusing on the negative more than you're focusing on what is actually around you. And I feel like what's around you is actually a lot of love and support, and there is growth, because the Ten of Wands is your last card, and the Ten of Wands says that yes, you feel burdened by a lot of issues. Could be financial, could be a lot of work, there's a lot on your plate, but it's almost like you're almost at the end. Like, you've done a lot of work to get to this point, so don't give up. Don't wallow in self-pity or upset or hurt or focus on the negatives, because look at this. Even though it feels like it's a burden, you're almost there. The 10 is the end of the minor arcana before it goes into the court cards, of course. But I always see it as the end, meaning you've almost reached your destination. Why give up now? Why fall into negative thought patterns or emotional patterns? And these are definitely negative emotional patterns from your past that you have not let go of and moved forward with. And here's the beautiful thing with your reading. You have the Alchemist, or in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's the Magician. And you've got that in the position of what will become illuminated, and what you're going to realize this month, and possibly even for months to come, because it's a major arcana card. It's not something that has a short duration. The Alchemist is telling you you have the resources to do whatever it is that you want. Are you utilizing them? Are you using them? I think you'll become aware of that fact in February. I think you'll realize that, something that you are creating, that you are putting your energy into, and you've got the knowledge to do it. You can do it on your own. You have everything at your disposal. And you'll probably realize that in February. So even though you're kind of wallowing about the past and about the things that you've lost and the fact that you don't have what it is that you want, you still have these two cups that you're not looking at, and these two cups are your gold. It's your Alchemist. This is what you have to focus on, the fact that you can create whatever it is that you want to create, and you do that with positivity. There's a lot of positive energy in this card, and self-empowerment. Look at the infinity symbol above the Alchemist. The Alchemist is the Magician, using all elements at his disposal to create something new. There is something new brewing for you, and you're almost there. You might feel burdened by it, like there's this huge weight on your shoulders, but you're almost there. And don't give up, because there is momentum and movement. I mean, the Foundation card and the last card are both wands, meaning there's energy. There's energy being generated around you, and you need to utilize that energy and stop wallowing in the emotions, Cancer, which you lovely Cancerians can do, because you are the water signs. And it's very easy to fall back into old emotional patterns, like a crab that goes into its shell. It goes where it's comfortable. But it's asking you to not do that anymore. It's saying do something new, do something different. Create your own stability. Look at these two cards together. This is what your potential is and what you aren't doing right now. And this is what will come about. So when you start to recognize all of this, this is your advice card. Recognize what's behind you. Recognize the stability that you do have. And then things will start to flourish, and you will have this new start financially. You will have stability. You will have that, because it wouldn't be in this position if you weren't capable of achieving it. It would be something like the Five of Pentacles. And if it was the Five of Pentacles, it would be telling you don't bother. It's not in your current energetics that to achieve. But it is positive. It's a positive, beautiful card, and it's saying things can be handed to you. Feel like it's handed to you on a platter. Although Pentacles always indicate hard work, a lot of work needed. Numerologically, let me just check what the total is. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is amazing. That's 4 readings I've done, and every single one of them has come out an 8 numerologically. So there's definitely something happening out there, and Saturn might be starting to stir some energy. I know Saturn's going retrograde this year around April, I think, March or April. I think April. So maybe he's starting to put his energy out there. So this is, and the foundation card is an 8 as well. And I've had another foundation card that was an 8 and an 8 reading. So honestly, I feel like the universe is saying something very clearly here for all of us, that this is a time where old things are coming back to be resolved, so that we can start to create something new, so that we can reorganize our lives and create something that's better than what we've had or that we've expected before. It requires work, because the 8 is hard work. 8 equals karma, equals hard work, equals reorganization, stability, setting foundations for success. So it's for future success. So please take that into account listening to this, because that is so significant. For me to be given that message 4 times in a row now, it's significant. So I hope that you guys can benefit from knowing that that is the energy around you right now. And if it feels like things are a struggle or things aren't happening in the way that you want, know that you can change things around, because the 8 is about success and it's about your own personal power. So you can change anything around right now. And I think I said this in last month's readings, that I'm feeling that the energy around us right now is about teaching us to not sit on the fence of life and wait for the wind to blow us either way. It's for us to make a decision about where we truly want to go and then take action towards it. It may be hard at first, but we will create something better for ourselves, rather than sitting around waiting for the phone to ring or waiting for the right person to come along. It's not about that. It's about taking action in the now and living in the present and creating something tangible right now. So that is a really strong message. I also want to draw a card for Els for the month of February. I said I was going to draw 5 cards for 5 clients from the month of January. So this is for Els for February. What information or advice can you give Els for the month of February? Oops. And these cards are the Divine Guidance cards. Hope you can see that, from Cheryl Lee Harnish. And they're just energy vibration cards. So with this card specifically, it's the card, like you can see it here, it's like a bullseye, like a target, and it is the target card. So it's saying you're on target, whatever you're doing. And here it is again with the 10 of Wands. You're almost there. You've got the staircase mapped out. You know where you're going. Everything's on target. Everything's on track. Just don't give up. So the target card here is also saying to keep focused on your outcome and on your goal, which is exactly what the 10 of Wands is saying here as well. And maybe because you've been questioning yourself as well. Have you been faltering in your resolve? Yes, it looks like you have been. You know, with the 5 of Cups, you've been drawn to something emotionally. You know, you're questioning yourself. Is this the right way? Am I doing the right thing? Are things actually happening? Well, yeah, they are. You've just got to let go of all your doubts and your fears and your negative thought patterns from the past. All of this is from the past. And keep your intentions clear. I think also this card being in the position of, you know, what you're missing. It's a sense of groundedness. And the target card is also telling me that you need to be more grounded. again, the Five of Cups and water signs can be a little bit more emotional and I don't want to say wishy-washy because that's a negative, but a little bit more sensitive and emotional and probably not as clear as they could be. And so this card is telling you to be clear, to be grounded and focused on very clear intentions. I feel like it's a positive card where you're just being reassured that things are on track, things are going in the right direction else. So I hope that helps you for the month of February to keep going, even though you might be feeling a sense of grief or upset or worry about something. There's movement happening for February. There is movement and you're almost, getting to where you need to be. I mean, that might be a couple of months away even, but that's still not that far away. It just feels like a really long time because you've been carrying this burden for such a long time and it's something you've wanted for a long time. So keep that in mind for the month of February. So that's it for this reading, but for those of you who wanted more of a love reading, those will be available once I finish the 12 sun signs, and that will probably be available towards the end of the week. I've got a few more to go. Hopefully they won't all be 8s. Thank you also for your comments and your kind words and for supporting each other. It's really beautiful to see in this channel, and I hope that you can continue to do that because that's the reason why I'm doing it, to be of support and help to others. And if we can all do it, it will create a really good energy. So thank you again, and I'll see you all soon.